dear friends, this is Virendra, a person who always aspire, who always dream big, and believe that anybody can achieve this greatness in life with drive, dedication, commitment, passion, perseverance, persistence, pushing every time by self and by a team behind it, concentrating, always moving forward, never looking back, and loving what they do, always being passionate, because the path of greatness needs very sustained, long time activities. So not to lose patience, a struggle, hang on to your faith, to your belief, to your conviction, and to your great willpower. Never say die, never quit, never be difficult, never face any problem. When you are facing any kind of defeats, you will bounce back. Every failure can teach you more and more experience, and you will excel in life. This moment, I tell you the story of a great tennis legend, Steffi Graf. She was the greatest tennis player of the modern time. She was the third women tennis player who won Grand Slam in 1988. Before that, the second was Margaret Court in 1970. But this lady was still more superior at the age of 19. She not only won all the four majors, but she could also win Olympic gold medal. And so she was a golden Grand Slam champion. The story started when a person called Peter Graf has a big dream to see one of her child called Steffi Graf to beat all the dominant player of that time, Christopher Lloyd and Martina Navratilova. She started when she was just 4, along with the greatest German Boris Becker. They worked very hard, they dreamed big, and they learned all the great skill of tennis. Her weapons were one of the greatest serve, the most ferocious forehand any woman has got, and her speed. She used to move so fast in the court. Her backhand was a slice backhand, but the slice backhand was something similar to the greatest Australian, Ken Rosewall. Dear friends, nothing was very easy. In her time, there were 5 great women tennis players: Christopher Lloyd, fading stage, Martina Navratilova, then the great Argentine tennis player, Gabriela Sabatini, the great Spanish tennis player, Aranza Sanchez Vicario, and later on was joined by a great talent from Czechoslovakia, Monica Seles. She has to fight every time to win the matches, and she won 18 Grand Slam, 7 Wimbledon, and in 88, the Golden Grand Slam. Dear friends, nothing comes easy. You have to have a big dream, and she had. Her father wanted to see her daughter to beat everyone on all the turf: Australian, French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open. And she did it with mastery. Whenever she was going to the court to play matches, most of her opponents used to lose the mind when they were walking towards the tennis court. That was the dominance of this magician of tennis, the great, persevering, hard-working, great tennis player of the modern time. Dear friends, she is one of the most happiest tennis players, not only on tennis court, but outside the tennis court. She has been married to Agassi, another greatest tennis player who has won all the matches on all the surfaces. And they are happily living with a wonderful family, a wonderful business with 2 children. Dear friends, now I am inviting another great prodigy, another great talent. Nobody has been dominating for time immemorial. There has been other talents, other daring, other willing, other persevering. Steffi Graf defeated Martina, Chris Evert, Gabriela Sabatini. In 1988 US Open, which made her the Grand Slam champion, the score was 6-3, 1-6, 6-1. And when she was given the trophy, it was none else than the great Don Buzz, who won the Grand Slam in 1938. And Don Buzz whispered in the ear of Steffi Graf that he was knowing that one day Steffi is going to complete the Grand Slam. Till now, nobody has done. There is a challenge for any tennis player on this planet. Come on, dare, dream. And not only she won all the 4 majors, but she defeated again the same great Argentine glamour girl, Gabriela Sabatini, at the Olympic, and the score was 6-3, 6-3. Dear friends, nothing is impossible. If you have invincible belief in yourself and you are ready to work hard with passion, never to quit, never to give up, everything will fall in your path, as Steffi Graf did. And she was inspired by all the great sportsmen like Muhammad Ali, who always believed, sweat, give tears, toil when you are practicing, and practice and practice and practice and more practice till you become perfect. Every time, everything becomes reflex action, instinctive. There is nothing to think about it. And once you have worked so hard, you will have so much of belief and confidence that you will never fear in the tennis court. You will be always roaring, thundering. Look at modern time greats in men. The dominant tennis player, Roger Federer, who has got 16 Grand Slam, breaking the record of Pete Sampras. And he was challenged by Nadal, and he started beating him several times. And again the dominance was reduced when the last year in 1911, Nadal beat Novak Djokovic 6 times in the finals. So I just welcome some of the daring women tennis players in the WTA circuit. You do like Nadal did to Federer or Djokovic did to Nadal. You can do it. Come on. Believe in yourself. Have the courage. Have the conviction. Have the daring. And be prepared. Single-minded, focused, concentrated, without any deviation and diversion. You can do it. But first, the will has to come from the soul. You have all what the others greats have. But what you need? Determination, daring, and never to be afraid of fail. As great Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failures is not fatal. What you need to have the invincible courage to continue. Okay? And what you need more when you are playing tennis than what the great Rudyard Kipling told. If you meet with triumphs and disaster, treat these 2 impostors just the same. So victory and defeats, they have to be equal, treated. And then you will never be afraid. What you have to do your best. And what you have to do best, practice better than everyone else. Sweat more than anybody else off the court, in the court. And then nobody can challenge you. And when you are playing matches, this can be very much even. All are working, all are striving, all are daring to defeat and challenge the other opponents. So you remember what the great Rudyard Kipling told. If you can force your heart, nerves and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, So hold on. When there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. And then, dear friends, the child prodigy who is trying to become the greatest, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a great world champion, my friend. The records are prepared to be broken. And I know there has to be some special who is daring, believing in the faith, believe in conviction that the word impossible is found in the dictionary of fool. God created you extraordinary. That belief you have to generate, that the divine power you have to manifest. And that is only possible once you are determined, committed, and you have around you a great team. And I know there is somebody who is striving day and night for perfection. That person is called very special, working very hard. In Barcelona, Sanchez Casal Tennis Academy. This is one of the academy in the world where there are great people who are totally committed, dedicated. The great Emilio Sanchez, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Antonio, Mr. Stephen, Mr. Casal. And there are some special people who are training day and night. Kuznetsova has done it. Andy Murray is doing it. And there is somebody called Vishnu Vishesh. She is daring, dreaming and believing that she can break everyone's record. I welcome you. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Nothing is impossible. You are not created ordinary. You are just extraordinary. But what you do? Practice, 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 and more practice. May God bless you. I wish you all the success and all the greatness in your life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get inspired. Get motivated. The world is awaiting some of the greatest entertainer in the circuit of tennis. After Steffi Graf, we don't have any such dominant player. They are just a sporadic mushroom growth. One of the tennis players, without winning any Grand Slam, she has been world number one for a long time. So there has to be a consistent, continuous, winning most of the time like Steffi did, beating all the West in their time. And you can do it. Anybody can do it. But what you need is a daring determination, a big dream, single-mindedness, focusing, never giving up, never quitting, striving day and night. And what you need, the indomitable patience. Patience. Struggle on patiently till you reach your goal, your destination. Nothing can evade your reach. You are a giant. Your soul's immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. You are not sheep, goat or cattle. You have everything in your power. Simply you have to manifest it. And that is only possible when you say, I have nothing to offer but blood, toils, tears and sweat to the world of tennis. And then again, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you will be a man, my son, as said by Rudyard Kipling. I wish you become great, achieve a stardom, break a Steffi Graf record. Nobody has been a great Grand Slam champion after 88. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Nothing is impossible. For a person with conviction, faith, hope, victory belongs to the most persevering. And I know you are one who believes, who persevere, who persist, who dare, who dream, who have energy, who is enthusiastic and believe till the last breathe, I will never give up. No failures, no defeats, no debacles, no disadvantages. Nothing can stop me. I am born to be the greatest. Not only greatest, but the double greatest. I wish you best of luck. Go ahead. Victory awaits you. The world wants to see some perspiring, diligent, the greatest tennis player. Thank you very much for watching this video.